Well, it's always something. Been driving the car around, having a problem with a super loud squealing noise. I haven't really gotten it on video just because it seems to happen on a longer drive and headed to work. So I'm in the process of swapping my AC bracket with the correct one, and we're gonna see, because I think that had some tension on the compressor, but and now it's just in the air and getting ready to pull it apart. Alright, so I just swapped out the P30 bracket that I used. I'd only used 2 bolts, and I put a P7J bracket in there, which I had from when I had the CRX. It didn't fit the compressor that was on the CRX. So next is just get the power steering back on and tighten the AC belt. Hopefully this will. Test drive time. So that's the PJ7 bracket, CRV bracket, single cam compressor. Like I said, it moved it a little closer, so I had to bring the belt up a little more. Thankfully the belt still works. Otherwise I was going to be a little upset. Alright, I'm diagnosing squeak. Apparently, whatever I did here must be causing it. So I am just going to go ahead and remove this and cap this. And I don't know what I'm going to do about a breather. Alright, well, after I found that hose collapsing, I went ahead and replaced. I got braided hose in there now, so we'll see how that does. I originally took it off and I put a hose back to like the intake pipe and blocked that off, but I don't have a PTFE system on this thing. I don't have a breather on it, catch can, or anything like that. So I was like, well, it was working before, so let me just redo. I replaced the AC compressor for nothing. That was cool. Fun stuff. This is what I was talking about, needing adjusting. That's what it's doing now. I did get my brand new in a box SI grill. So this is going to get painted and match my car. So I'm excited for that. I don't know if I'm going to do just the quick spray paint job or what. I've been thinking about getting the same wing that I put on Chico's car. I'm torn because I kind of like the clean body look. And I'm also contemplating having the front bumper painted and maybe the vents taken out of the hood. I don't know. I'm not trying to go too far down the rabbit hole with this car, but it doesn't seem to be working out too well in my favor. So, we'll see. We'll see what I decide. She looks good as it is right now, though. I really can't complain. But I think once I put the SI grill on, I'm probably going to want to do the CTR headlights. And I can't do replica headlights because they just fit like poo. So, we'll see. I don't know. I do like this car, though. Like, it came loose. So, I'm going to Loctite this down tonight. I guess it happened driving on the highway. I've been working on the EK. I took out that PTFE system that the car had. I had set up in the car. It wasn't working. So I ended up doing the usual. I ordered a catch can. That'll be here tomorrow. So for the EK, I'm ordered a catch can / oil separator. I'm going to run the valve cover port into the in, and then from the out, I'm going to run it back into the intake pipe. That way it's still got vacuum pulling it out, but it's not into the intake manifold, causing the squealing that I've been having a problem with. The squealing has to be a seal getting bypassed with just too much vacuum in the system. I don't know. The B20's factory are set up to where the PTFE comes right out of the valve cover from the intake manifold, so I figured I could do the same thing, but apparently not. So I'm going to just run it that way, kill all the fumes. That way I don't have, because right now I got fumes because I had to take the hose and just put it into a bottle inside the engine bay just so the car could run. I had to adjust the tune a little bit, adjust the map, had to increase the idler control valve, open the throttle body, a bunch of blah, 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 test drove it. I got an updated map on it, and I got a little more RPM out of it now. So it's just revving to almost 8,000, I think it was. So currently still working on that. I'm still waiting on my header. So we're not doing a full-blown tune on it until I get the header, because there's no point doing that just to change something, just to have to go and change the tune again. So we're just kind of doing a remote thing right now. Been kind of working on my car, trying to get that to go right. So just because it's my daily driver. But yeah, other than that, that's gonna catch us up for right now. Oh, I did. I did some testing with the EK last night and took off the top box for the intake pipe, and the car picked up a bunch of horsepower. So I'm currently looking at making my own intake, because everything that you can buy either works for the manual Civics, which have the hole on the passenger side fender, which my car does not, or I found a couple intakes that are 2.5 inch, but they run next to the frame rail. I want to run a 3-inch intake. Now, a little development with my car. Turns out that the pistons that I used, aka the ones that were in the block before, ones that the CRX was running, my compression's at a 13:1 ratio now. So, I'm currently ordering all the flexfuel system for it. I did buy a cold air intake. It's just a cheap one that I can find on eBay. I was going to buy an AEM, but for the price, just didn't make sense. I am going to be running a bypass valve just because it is my daily. I don't like having the thought of having my filter so low, but the car needs it. It needs to be able to breathe. The update on the header is that it's supposed to ship this coming week. So once that comes in, I started ordering parts to put a resonated test pipe together. So I ordered just a generic resonator, and I'm attempting to use my blocks test pipes pieces that I have. I ended up using the back section of it on the CRX, and I ended up using a PLM adapter that they sell instead, because where I had to cut this would have been like right on the O2 sensor bung, which wouldn't have been a big deal, but the problem is it's there and it wouldn't seal up, and it wasn't worth it. So now I can use this on tech. I can get, from what I measured and what I spec'd out, it should slip in just like the test pipe. And I found the 3-bolt flange that should slip into that, and it should be an adjustable resonator, just straight through resonator.